Hi friends, it's Mrs. Holbrook and it is time for us to start our warm-up. Okay, here we go. Repeat after me. TCH, catch, ch. UNG, lung, ung. Oh, no, oh. Oh, home, oh. You, mule, you. You flew, ooh. You pupil, you. You rule, ooh. E-P-E. E-me-e. I pine, I. Nice job. Let's pick a few of our R controls to review as well. You are burn OR horn or IR bird ER her AR car R. We haven't learned that one yet. Great. Okay, and just a couple of our standards that I want to make sure we have down. OLT, colt, olt. And now for the lovely letter Y. Remember the sounds that Y makes. Y cry, I, Y baby E. Do both of those for me. Y cry, I, Y baby E. Nice job. Now what two sounds does Y make when it's a vowel? That's right, it says I or E. And it usually says I in a one-syllable word and E in a two-syllable word. So let's take a look at the word cry. I'm dropping letters. I dropped a B and a digraph SH. Okay, are you close enough to see? Let me bring you a little bit closer here. Okay, so here's the word. What is it, everybody? Cry. And I need you to tell me what to do if I want to change it to say cried. Here's my suffix ed. That's right. I change the Y to an I and I add ed. We did this yesterday. Very good. We know that when we change the Y to an I, it keeps the same sound, right? It still sounds like I and cried. So what does the I say here when it's a Y? Cry. It says I. And what does it say here? Cried. Doesn't change. Very good. Okay, let's get another word. This time I will use my syllable frames. Emp. The next syllable is T. And then I'm going to add the syllable ness. Emptiness. Emptiness. When the Y changes to an I, it still says the same sound. Empty, emptiness. Even though it's an I, it stays the same. What was my base word? Right, it was empty. What was the sound of Y in empty? E. And what's the sound of it here? E. Okay, I'm going to show you how to mark some words now. So let me write emptied, and I'm going to write equals blank plus ed. So what would that blank be? Well, it would be empty. That's the base word. Emptied equals empty plus ed. So if we were to scoop the base word with the suffixes, this is what it would look like to actually mark it. Here's the word emptied. I would scoop the syllables. Emptied. And the I right here sounds like a long E. So I mark it right above it. There's one more part I need to do. We usually underline the base word, circle the suffix. Okay, so we don't have to underline our base word since we're scooping syllables, but we do want to circle the suffix. Those are the two important parts of marking these words, the suffix and what sound the Y changes to. Okay, I am going to write a few up here. I want you to copy them in your whiteboard, on your whiteboard like this, and I want you to mark them. Okay. So copy these along with me. We're going to do tries, studied, and happier. Okay, let's talk through them together. Tries. Tries would be, what's the base word? Try. Plus, what's the suffix? ES. Good. I want you to go through the next two and kind of write this little equation over here. So this one would be, pause it here if you need some more time, study plus the suffix ending, ed. Did you try happier? Happier equals the base word plus the suffix. Okay, now I would like you to mark them. Let's circle the suffix, es, and then let's put the sound the I makes over it. So one syllable word, it's an open syllable, so the vowel I says long E, tries. How about this one? Let's scoop it. Stud E. This is the suffix ending, ed, and stud E, it sounds like an E again here, right? Okay. Happier. Well, we know is the suffix ending, so then we have happy. And again, the E here sounds like, the I sounds like a long E. I think we need to do one more that isn't long E. Let's look at this one. What does the word say, everyone? Fried. So that would be fry plus ed. Let's circle our suffix, scoop it. We have fry, fry, I. It actually sounds like a long I. And just to remind you, these little symbols here, whenever you see something inside of them, it's a pronunciation. So this is showing you the long I, which is the macron. Okay, great. Now I think that you are ready to practice spelling some of these. These ones I spelled and you were working on marking, but now I want you to practice spelling. So you need your dry erase board like this, and I'm going to give you a word. So repeat after me. Copier. Like that kid is always a copier. He's copying me. So tell me, what's the base word? Write the base word. Now I want you to put a plus sign and write the suffix that you're adding. Remember, it was copier. So you should have base word plus suffix. And then on the next line below, I want you to write the whole word, copier. So it should look like this. Copy plus copier. And last, I want you to spell it orally out loud and mark it up. C-O-P-I-E-R. And I'm going to scoop the syllables. Cop-e-er. I'll circle the Cop-e, it sounds like a long E. So I put my E with my marker on, my long E sound above it. Copier. Okay, now that you saw how to do it, I am going to give you a few more words. I think I'll give you 3. And I want you to write them out and then check them. Okay? Okay. Repeat after me, my friends. Let me find a good one. Okay. Dried. Pause here, write it, and then check with me. Okay, check yours to mind. Dry plus ed, dried. Okay, repeat after me. Lazier. What's the base word? Write the base word plus the suffix lazier. Okay, pause here and hold it up when you're ready and continue. Check yours to mine. Should look like that. Okay, last one. Repeat after me. Tidiest. What's the base word? Tidy. Okay, don't forget to go back through and mark yours. You need to circle all your suffix and write if it sounds like a long I or a long E. Okay, and I want you to check them now to mine. Pause the screen here and check them. Dry sounds like long I. Lazier sounds like an E. And tidiest sounds like an E as well. Great job. You to know that we don't always have to write them out like this. This was just to teach it to you to help you. So if you can do those parts in your head, you're allowed to jump right to those whenever you write words like this in the future. All right, last thing up today is to talk about our sound-alike words a little bit. We are going to learn 2 new sound-alike words. They're both said the same because they sound alike. They're homophones. The words are flower. This flower is the part of a plant with colorful petals. This flour is fine grains used in baking. When you use flour to bake, when it's a flower on a plant. Okay, I'd like you to pause and try using each of these in a sentence. How'd your sentences come out? I have some beautiful flowers in my house, and I like using flour to bake cookies. Okay, and your last task today is to enter these in your student notebook. So if you slide towards the end of your student notebook, after trick words, you'll find sound-alikes. You need to go to the F page and you'll find flower and flower. You need to be adding the definition here. So I will write them up for you to see. Okay, my friends, here are the definitions for you to copy. So you should pause here and get those definitions in so that you have that as a resource in the future. Come back to me when you are done. Okay, if you're done, we are going to just review some of the sound-alikes you learned last year. Guessed and guessed. What do they mean? He guessed the answer. He didn't know. Would you like to be a guest at my house for dinner? Read these. Missed and missed. Which one means I missed you? This one, good. So what does this one mean? On a hot day, he sprayed a mist on his face. Okay, one more. We have plain and plain. Can you make up a sentence with each? This is plain. Yep, like an airplane. And this is plain, like simple. He wore a plain outfit, nothing on it. All right, great job, guys. Keep it up. See you next time.